Hi guys, so for the last 2 weeks for the Tubis High School Challenge we've been playing this, and this game is Devil Dice. So not a game I'd ever played before, didn't have a PlayStation when I was growing up. Um, but for many of you, you'll know that I like a puzzle game. That's exactly what this is, but it's a puzzle game very much in a pretty much pure arcade style. We've been playing the time limited mode, where you have 3 minutes, line up as many dice as you can, and score as much as you can. And the key mechanic on this one um, is chaining. So you have to kind of, as we'll see in a second, line up dice, match the numbers next to one another. So you need to get used to rolling the dice and understanding how to kind of control where the different numbers place. But then once you combine the numbers, and you need to get the number on the dice and the number of that number. So you need six sixes, five fives, blah blah blah. Um, when you get that, you get the product of those numbers. So six sixes score 36, five fives score 25. But then if you then add to that set of dice, and those dice slowly disappear, if you add to them, it adds a chain. So you get the numbers again, but now you get a multiplier. So you get increasing scores. Maintaining that chain is very challenging. So we'll run the time limited mode. So you've got this grid, um, and so basically when I start, I just try and line up as many. So I'm generally go for six sixes. Um, so initially, I won't be too um, picky on trying to line everything up perfectly. But now you see up the top here, we've got five sixes. So now, I accidentally hit two twos. Now I'm thinking, okay, well, how can I add to this chain? So that one. So what I'm thinking is this one here to the down will initiate the chain, and then here that'll add to it. But then after that, we've got a bit of an issue. I could do that, and even that won't go. So it's all a case of trying to get that chain going, and then trying to add to it. So we can initiate it, and then maybe if I take that one, we've gone again. Okay, and then we've got the whole thing going now. You see now we've lost the chain. So that's the real kind of challenge, and why it's kind of almost addictive. This one. So we've got another set of five. So that one I can roll and I say initiate the chain. So I'm looking for ways to that can then go like that. And you see the issue is you also can't jump up or back onto the cubes once it's dropped below a certain level. So you also need your chains to give you kind of routes back onto the rest of the dice, so you can then pick them up. And again, this is just where the challenge lies. But I think the mechanics are a really good one, and it just plays really well. So here I just need one more to initiate that. That's not going to be good enough. I can go like that. To it. But then here, chains over. So this has generally been my kind of issue, is I can get the chains going, but getting them into a long sequence is difficult. So you see we've scored about 1,000 points here, and my best is about 2,000 points. But setting everything up so that you get a long chain, that's the real challenge. So yeah, here are my top scores today. We'll give it one more go. So as I said before, initially just trying to get sixes on the board, and then looking for kind of initiation. So you can initiate it there, get it there. Yeah, let's try that. So bam, another one. And now I can't get up. So that's the end of that chain. So we scored like 600 points or so on the first chain. But initially when I first started playing this, the difficulty was just being able to manipulate the dice. So for anyone who's starting this, basically you want to get used to how the dice roll. And you know, you're under those dice. Okay, I can initiate there. That one will then connect up, but I need to be able to run from the initiator to the okay, that might help. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Made a hash of that. Oh, it was that one, wasn't it? There we go. Ah, and I fell down. So if you push too hard, you fall down, which is annoying. Yeah, so when I first started playing this, just knowing which sides the dice are on, which sides are on the dice. So yeah, the opposite sides of a dice add up to 7. So really, when you see a 1, well, I know with that 1 that I can I didn't really mean to initiate that, but that 1 here, if I could do it again, so for example here's a 1, I know if I go 2 rolls, will I get to a 6, and so if I go there. So that's kind of, those sort of patterns are what you're kind of looking at to be able to manipulate the dice. Obviously the better you get, you realise, well, you know all the dice, but as I say, generally I've just been focusing on hitting combinations of 6s. Actually, no, let's put that back. That one. Oh no, I wanted it. So another 1,000 points or so, so 1174. So yeah, so that's Double Dice basically. So I've not played any of the other modes. I've literally just been playing this 3-minute time constrained ones. I think there's puzzle modes, there's various other modes to play, but I think as mechanics go, it's a really good one. It's fun, it's addictive. It runs in the PlayStation's 480i mode, which on the Mister here, so I'm playing on a Mister on a CRT monitor. You know, the Mister can output a sort of 480p, even though occasionally you see sort of interlacing artifacts, but for the most part it's pretty good. So on an emulator you can easily play that in 480p and scale it up, and it looks pretty much far better than you'd expect from the PlayStation 2, with quite a nice clean output. So bit of a hidden gem, I would say. As I'd never even heard of it before 2 weeks ago. For anyone who hasn't played this, especially those who weren't in the Tubers High School Challenge, and like a puzzle game, definitely check it out.